Hello there. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can easily test an existing flow without actually wait for the flow being triggered by the event the flow is supposed to react, or in the case the flow is launched manually, we don't have to go, for instance, to our SharePoint site and the document library where we have enabled the flow just to launch. We can do all the tests directly from the flow environment. So first of all, I'm going to visit my flows section in the flow page. And as you can see here, I have different flows. In this case, in this particular video, I'm going to test the Notify Important Document V2 flow. So I can click on the flow, so I see the flow details in the details page. And as you can see here, I can see the connections I have, the owners of the flow, also the users that are actually running the flow, and also the run history. So how do I test my flow actually without having to wait for the trigger or go to the place where I had to launch my flow manually? I can click on Edit Flow. I can do some modifications in case I need to make them. In this case, I don't need to make any modifications to my flow. But what I can do, as you can see here, is just to test my flow. So I can click on Test. And in this test panel, you have two different options to test your flow. Both options are not going to be enabled by default, depending on the on how your flow is designed. In this case, since this flow has to be manually launched when I select an item on a document library, I only have the option to use a previous run on my flow. But if the flow where if the flow was launched automatically by means of a trigger, I will also have the first option. That's not the case, so I only can click using data from the previous runs. And as you can see here, I have a history of the previous flow runs, and I click the one I want to use for my test. So I can click, for instance, in the last one, and then click on Save and Test. Actually, what this is going to do is just save the changes in my flow, just in case I did some changes, and it's starting execution of the flow. And it's going step by step. And once it's done, I only have to verify that the flow was successfully executed. That's the case. In this case, I can easily test that because the flow sent an email to actually to my email account. So I can click on the launcher in flow and I can go to Outlook. Yeah. And as you can see here, yeah, I'm seeing the test on my flow that actually ran smoothly and correctly. So as you can see here, I'm fine. I have tested my flow, everything is fine. So yeah, the flow is ready for production again. So if I click on the back arrow, I'm going again to the flow details page, and as you can see here, I have a new execution in the run history, and this new execution is the test execution I have done. And that's all. So as you can see, Flow provide out of the box the capability to test your flow easily without having to wait um, for an action to happen if the flow is designed to react to an event on any service, or you don't need also to go to the place where you actually configure your flow and from where you can manually launch your flow. I hope you have found this video interesting, and yeah, stay tuned for new videos in my YouTube channel. See you soon. Bye bye.